second part of the ongoing budget session of Parliament begins tomorrow with the reconvening of the Lok Sabha. Holding free and fair elections at all costs will be the aim of the Election Commission, says Nazim Zaidi, who took over as the 20th Chief Election Commissioner. Delhi police filed charge sheet against 13 accused individuals, including 5 executives of top corporate houses and a journalist, for leaking and selling classified Petroleum Ministry documents. The news in detail. The second session of the budget session of the Parliament is all set to resume from tomorrow. Various bills, including the land acquisition and goods and service tax, will be tabled in this session. Rajya Sabha will convene its session on the 23rd of April. The budget session of the Parliament commenced its session on the 23rd of February. During this session, the revised bill on land acquisition was introduced by the central government in the Lok Sabha and was passed. As an emergency act was brought on the bill, it was passed in the Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha has passed the government's land bill, which now faces its real test in the Rajya Sabha or upper house of Parliament, where the government is in a minority. Meanwhile, the first session of the budget concluded on the 20th of March, and the second round of the budget session in the Parliament is set to commence from tomorrow. The Lok Sabha will convene its session at 10 a.m., while the Rajya Sabha will commence its session from the 23rd. The controversial land bill is set to be tabled once again with some revisions. The second session will see its proceedings happen till the 8th of May. Dr. Nazim Zaidi assumed charge as India's 20th Chief Election Commissioner today. He succeeded Harish Shankar Brahma, who retired yesterday. Dr. Zaidi will be the sole member of the 3-member Election Commission till the government fills up the 2 vacant posts of election commissioners. He will be the CEC till July 2017, when he turns 65. An election commissioner can remain in office for 6 years or till he attains the age of 65 years. Dr. Zaidi is an IAS officer from the Uttar Pradesh cadre of the 1976 batch. Dr. Zaidi has served as the permanent representative of India on the Council of ICAO from November 2005 to October 2008. He has served as the Director General of Civil Aviation. He retired from the government as Civil Aviation Secretary on July 31, 2012. Delhi police on Saturday filed charge sheet against 13 persons arrested in connection with the Petroleum Ministry document leak case. Crime branch of Delhi police filed the charge sheet before Metropolitan Magistrate Akshay Jain, who fixed April 20th for its consideration. According to police sources, the accused have been charge-sheeted for the alleged offences punishable under various sections of the IPC. The police have arraigned 42 prosecution witnesses in the case. Police sources said that provisions of the stringent Official Secrets Act have not been invoked against the accused yet, and further investigation is going on. On April 15th, the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas in its report has told the court that 8 documents recovered from the accused in the case were classified in nature, and none of the documents seized from them were in public domain. Among the 13 accused are 5 corporate executives: Shailesh Saxena from Reliance India Limited, Vinay Kumar from ESSA, K.K. Naik from Cairns, India, Subhash Chandra from Jubilant Energy, and Rishi Anand from Reliance ADAG. Other 8 accused are Ishwar Singh, Asharam, Rajkumar Chaube, Lalta Prasad, Rakesh Kumar, Virendra Kumar, energy consultant Prayas Jain, and journalist Shantanu Saikia. All the accused are in judicial custody. On April 10, the court has sought reports from the Home and the Petroleum Ministries about the nature of documents recovered by the investigators during their probe. On February 20th, police had arrested the 5 accused corporate executives, alleging that they used to procure the classified documents from other arrested accused Lalta Prasad and Rakesh and used to pay them. The documents were then supplied to the firms by these officials for their benefit, the police had alleged. A total of 16 people have been arrested so far in connection with the 2 separate FIRs lodged by Crime Branch. Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's advisor on foreign affairs, Sartaj Aziz, has urged India to start the foreign secretary-level talks for resolving various issues, media reported today. Aziz said that the Pakistani Foreign Ministry wondered why India cancelled the talks on its own without consulting Pakistan. Though the new Indian Foreign Secretary S. Jaya visited Pakistan on March 3rd this year as a goodwill gesture, formal talks were yet to resume, he added. He said Pakistan believed in peace in the region and desired to initiate dialogue on all issues with India and other countries. A rescue operation is underway in the Mediterranean after a boat carrying possibly hundreds of migrants from Libya capsized overnight, the armed forces of Malta said. Rescuers from Italy and Malta have seen scores of bodies in Libyan waters, said Maltese military spokesman David Coffey. Children are among the dead. There have been 28 survivors so far, while 23 bodies were recovered in an area 73 miles north of Libya, the Italian Coast Guard Admiral Giovanni Pettorino said. Survivors said that 700 to 800 people have been on board the boat. The vessel was large and had multiple levels, said Italian Coast Guard spokesman Francesca Caruso. A distress call went out late Saturday indicating the ship was in trouble, Italian authorities said. Passengers have been in the chilly waters, possibly for hours. A storm brewing in the area threatens to hinder the rescue operation. Clashes between Shiite rebels and pro-president forces in southern Yemen overnight left 21 dead on the 4th week of Saudi-led air campaign against insurgents, medics and local sources said. 10 Houthi rebels and 4 members of the Popular Committee militia fighting on the side of President Abu Drabo Mansour Hadi were killed in pre-dawn clashes in the southwestern city of Taiz, the sources said. The Popular Committees are fighting alongside the military's 35th Armored Brigade, which remains loyal to the exiled Hadi. They received air support from warplanes of the Saudi-led coalition, which bombed Houthi positions, according to witnesses. The rebels sent in reinforcements from the cities of Hodeidah and Ib to Taiz. The city has become the scene of fierce clashes over the past week, after having been largely spared in fighting that has spread across several Yemeni provinces. The rebels who seized Sana'a unopposed in September have since expanded their control over several provinces. Saudi Arabia mounted an air campaign at Hadi's request as the Houthis closed in on his refuge in the southern city of Aden in March. Hadi had escaped Houthi house arrest in Sana'a late February and resurfaced in the port city, which he declared a temporary capital. He has since taken refuge in Riyadh. In Aden, southern fighters clashed last night with rebels and allied troops who have seized parts of the city, residents said, but no casualty toll was available. Also in the south, Sunni tribesmen killed several Houthi fighters in an attack on their position in Ataq, the provincial capital of Shabwa, tribal sources said. And 3 Al-Qaeda suspects were killed in a U.S. drone attack in Sa'id. Elsewhere in Shabwa, a local tribal chief said, adding that the militants were in a vehicle transporting weapons. An Egyptian court today sentenced 11 youths to death for their involvement in the deadliest sport-related incident in the soccer-crazy nation, in which 74 fans were killed. The sentencing was referred to the Grand Mufti, the country's most senior religious authorities, who according to Egyptian law must review all death sentences, although his decision is not binding. The court fixed May 30th for the final verdict in the deadly riots that broke out following an Egyptian Premier League between Cairo's Al Ahly and home team Al Masry in February 2012. Today's sentencing came following a retrial of 73 defendants after an appeal court rejected a lower court's verdict that sentenced 21 people to death for their involvement in the incident. The court also ordered immediate arrest of 7 other defendants in the same case, in which 74 young fans of Al Ahly team were killed in the clashes, termed as the deadliest sport-related incident in the country's modern history. 73 defendants were tried in the case, including 9 police personnel and 3 officials from Al Masry's football team. More than 500 were also injured after thousands of Al Masry's fans violently attacked Al Ahly's fans using knives, stones, bottles and fireworks, while the police kept the Port Said Stadium's gates closed. In 2013, the Port Said criminal court sentenced 21 defendants to death. 5 others were sentenced to life in prison and 10 others were sentenced for 15 years.